Thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me.
I'm thinking.
Welcome back! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. And today we're talking about different ways to use and take care of your brain for the back-to-school season ahead. I hate to be one of those people who starts off in this obvious way, but growing up, my mother always told me, Peter, no hand games. Oh, really? No hand games in there. I said no hand games! In this house, hand games meant not keeping your hands to yourself. Slapping and doing all sorts of weird things with your hands that would mean bodily harm to someone else. If she caught us doing that, man oh man, did she know how to wield her mighty belt. But enough about that. Also growing up, my mother said little to nothing about brain games. That's because National Geographic didn't come up with brain games during my day. Oh, but when they did, I did take notice. A couple of times. And those examples will be linked downstairs if you want to see them. In this latest example, we have here Brain Games' Mighty Book of Mind Benders, with text by Stephanie Warren Drimmer and puzzles by Dr. Garrett Moore that test your memory, emotions, vision, and movement. This was picked up for, $2.99 from 2nd Avenue Thrift Superstore up in Union. Calling all brain buffs, we got a good time in our hands here. That is, if your brain is up for the challenge. Because this is in the Nat Geo Kids section, it shouldn't be that difficult of a challenge. But let's take a look. Brainiacs Wanted, The Senses, Words and Language, Spatial Smarts, Problem Solving, Memory, and Brain Mysteries. If you're really stuck in a pinch, you'll find all the answers from page 144 to page 153, which also will be a guide to making your own word searches in here. So these puzzles have different challenges that touch different parts of your brain. First up, the senses. It's actually chapter 2, but I'm going to highlight the puzzles here that I think stand out to me the most. This is the Stroop test. On the top half of the test, you gotta say the colors on the words here. Orange, green, gray, red. But down here is a different story. You have to say the actual colors on the text of the words. Like, orange would be up here, but orange is actually colored blue, so you have to say blue. Green here, red here, gray here, and blue here. It's the Stroop test. You also gotta say this as fast as you can, but it actually gets a bit slowed down when you come to the bottom half here because your memory can fool you a little bit. You gotta say the words here, but the colors here in summation. The actual words and the colors of the text. And they also give you some scoop about what's going on behind your brain as you take on each test. Next up in words and language, we have here a roundabout word search. 40-something words that you gotta find in this circular word grid. And they can be found in any which way almost but loose. You can find them diagonally. They can be hidden either forward or backward, upside down, inside out, although all the letters are definitely well contained in here. These are the words that you gotta find, and they all relate to round objects. Something as simple as a soccer ball, or something like a manhole cover. Or just a basic circle. Next up, Spatial Smarts. This tests your visual memory. We gotta find rotated shapes in here that match this exactly, even though they're rotated a bit. Same goes for the arrows here. Hearts and arrows. Rotate the image here. The tricky part, this side here has been rotated 90 degrees clockwise. It's up to you to figure out what this image really stands for, rotated and straightforward. And then you gotta find a matching pair of Statues of Liberty here. Again, all this is testing your visual memory. Now we're testing your problem-solving skills with some math problems. Math machines, math maxing, and Roman numeral math. This goes out to my pal David. Between the two of us, he was the math whiz. I just know how to make math a little more stylish and, of course, inexpensive. We're now about to test your visual and mental memory with people power. You start actually by covering the bottom half of this page and studying the names and faces of these 8 individuals. Now it's up to you to put faces to those names as you censor the top half of this challenge without trying to make the book close by itself. And if you get stuck, the names of the people are written at the bottom of the page. But you gotta match them correctly. Similar gameplay can be found here in matching people. You gotta match up the images of these people here on the top and the bottom. Do they appear twice? Once on each side? Top and bottom? If so, put a checkbox next to them. However, you gotta censor the top and bottom half first. Really bottom and top half. As you do that. And finally, brain mysteries. It must be obvious. Why do we dream? How do we store our memories? And what exactly are emotions? Whoa, heavy emo action, said Jude Lazowski of 16. Anyway, this is a simple challenge. You gotta find 4 dinosaurs. The catch is, the dinosaurs are infinitesimally small. They're very small. And they're hidden somewhere around the image of kids at lunchtime. Now, one dinosaur is easy to find here, and that's of course a dinosaur drawing. But real dinosaurs, and again, they're probably smaller than this one, you gotta find them within the cafeteria. Once you commit this to memory, it's pretty easy to do. To summarize, cool challenges in here. This book being colorfully designed and meticulously researched like any good National Geographic kids book should. Calling all brain buffs, fans of the hit TV show and Brain Games' Big Book of Boredom Busters, which I'm actively seeking out, will love these Brain Games Mindbenders from National Geographic Kids, which retail $12.99 in the US, $17.99 in Canada. I would love to find the Big Book of Boredom Busters. But in the meantime, I'm giving it the max of 5 out of 5 claps. Look, Ma! No hand games! Brain games! A much safer bet. A much snazzier bet. And a much sharper deal overall.
Hello guys, it's Steven Romero. I'm gonna be famous! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61,
Never mind.
Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the thrift side.